Hi, welcome to this session on CAT 2020 LRDI solutions. This is a 4-question set from CAT 2020 slot 3. It's a moderate level difficulty set on pattern matching and some sort of analytical reasoning. I would suggest if you have not tried this set, please pause this video, have a look at the questions and the answer key. The link is available in the description of this video. Once you have tried this set on your own, then proceed with the rest of this session. Before I start, in case you have not done it already, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please do hit the like button in case you like this particular video. Please do comment and let us know how you liked these solutions and the ones which follow. Also, share this with your friends who are preparing for CAT and other MBA entrance examinations. You can also follow us on various other social media channels like LinkedIn, Telegram, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram. All the relevant links are available in the description of these videos. In case you're preparing for the CAT 2021 examination, do have a look at our Ultimate LRDI course. This is the most comprehensive course for CAT LRDI available in the market. We have more than 500 LRDI sets with detailed and well-explained video solutions. We also provide you with one-on-one mentoring. You get a chance to review your CAT preparation throughout your CAT journey, and in case you get stuck, you get a chance to speak with me individually and get your doubts resolved. We have prompt doubt clearing, discussion forums, WhatsApp and Telegram groups. Everything is available all in one roof. Do have a look at that course. The link is available in the description of this video. Let's get started. This set says 16 patients in a hospital must undergo a blood test for a disease. It is known that exactly one of them has the disease. Okay. The hospital has only 8 testing kits and it decided to pool the blood samples of the patients into 8 vials for the test. Okay. The patients are numbered 1 to 16 and the vials are numbered from A to H. The following table shows the vial in which each patient's blood sample is distributed. So patient 1's blood is available in B, D, F and H. Patient 2's blood is available in B, D, F and G. Right? And so on. Let's see what else we know. If a patient has a disease, then each vial containing his or her blood sample will test positive. So if 4 is infected, then vials B, D, E and G, all 4 of them will show a positive result, right? And it says that if a vial tests positive, then one of the patients whose blood samples were mixed in the vial has the disease. Okay, so if we know that vial B is positive, right? Vial B tested positive. So you test vial B, it has positive. Now, it means that 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16 cannot be infected. Why? Because only B is positive and none of these 8 patients' blood is in vial B. So we can say if B is positive, then the infected patient must be from patient 1 to patient 8. Any of these 8 people. Because we don't know for sure which is there. Now we need to do a second test or a third test to shortlist the vial. For example, if D is also positive, B and D are both positive, then 5, 6, 7, 8 will also go. Then if I do another tests, let's say E is positive. If E is positive, then 1 and 2 will be out. And to check between 3 and 4, I'll have to check between H and G. If H is positive, then 3 will be the infected patient. If H is negative, then 4 will be the infected patient, right? And each of the question, if you look at it, has an additional information. Suppose which of the following is not possible, and this is also suppose. So each of the question gives you an additional data to solve this. Once you have understood this much, right, then you can go to each of the individual questions one by one and solve it, right? It's a moderate level question, right? To reach this stage, you will take you about 2 to 3 minutes. Once you reach this, then the questions can be ticked off very easily. Okay, first one says, suppose vial C tests positive and vial A, E and H are negative. Which of the following has a disease? Okay, A is negative, so all of them are out. E is negative, so 7, 8 are out, 3, 4 are out, right? H is negative, so 1 is out, 5 is out, extra, right? And C is positive. Now between 2 and 6, 2 does not have C in it. So this is out. Patient 6, option 3 will be a correct choice. Pretty straightforward. Question number 2. Suppose while A tests positive and vials D and G test negative, which of the following vials can we test to verify the identity of the patient of the disease? Okay, A is positive, which means the patient is not here. He must be here, right? D and G are negative. So D is out, G is out. So we have to check between 13 and 15. Now to discriminate between 13 and 15, I have to either check vial F or I have to check vial E, right? One of these two, because this is the only differentiating between these. So it has to be either E or F. So option 2, right? Only E is available. Option 2, pretty straightforward. Okay, third one says, which of the following combination of test results is not possible? Which means it is not possible to get this combination. Let's see. A and E test positive, whereas C and D test negative. Now, because C and D are negative, the patient cannot be in C and D. And since both A and E are positive, it should be the intersection of A and E. So intersection of A and E would be 11, 12, 15, 16. Right? And C and D are negative. So let's take out C and D from this. Now, if I take C from here, this is going to be out, this is going to be out. So it cannot be 15 or 16. Right? And D is also taken out. So 11 and 12 are also out. So if first was true, none of the patients will have the disease. But it is given to us that exactly one patient has the disease. Right? So first is out. Now, just for academic purposes, you can verify one of the other three to check whether it is possible or not, why one is false. Okay, so let's try 2. While B is positive and C, F, H are negative. Right, so let me erase this and just do this as an academic purpose. Okay, B is positive, which means it has to be in this range, and C, F, H are negative. So the patient cannot be in vial C. So 5, 6, 7, 8 is also out. Cannot be in F. So 1 and 2 are out. And H is also negative. So 3 is also out. So we know it's patient 4. So you can verify it for the other 3 also. Now luckily for us, the first one came out. But if the order was jumbled, we will have to do this again and again. But in this case, it is option 1. And the last one is pretty interesting. It says, suppose one of the lab assistant accidentally mixed 2 patients' blood samples before they were distributed into the vials. Which of the following correctly represents the set of all possible numbers of positive test results out of the 8? Remember, it does not say he's mixing 2 vials. It says he mixes 2 patients' blood samples before they are distributed. Okay, so now let's look at the worst case scenario. Suppose patient 1 is infected. Right, he will infect B, D, F, H. He will infect B, D, F, H. Suppose patient 1, so he is infecting B, D, F, H. What do we have? A, B till H. What are the uninfected vials? A, C, E, and G. Suppose I mix this patient's blood, the one who's going to be put in ACEG. Who is going to be put in ACEG? ACEG 16. Suppose I mix 1 and 16. Right? Suppose I mix 1 and 16 and then distribute. Right? Because now 1's blood will also be available in A, will also be available in C, will also be available in E, will also be available in G. So besides B, D, F, H, he will also infect A, C, E, G, which means he'll infect all the 8 vials. Right? It is possible. Right? So 8 can be a valid answer. So option 2 is out. Option 4 is out. Now between 1 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or just 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, which means 5, 6 and 7 are possible. Only we need to check whether it can still remain at 4. Now, how do I keep it at 4? Can I keep the number of infected vials at 4 itself? Yes, I can. Suppose I don't mix patient 1's blood with anyone else. I'm mixing two non-infected people's bloods. So 13 and 14 are not infected, right? And you distribute them, right? The thing is, 13 and 14 will now be present in A, C, F, G, H. But they will not change the results of this. Why? Because only if a patient is infected will that vial show as infected, right? So still patient 1 will show positive results for B, D, F, H. Still only these 4 vials will show infected blood. The other 4 will not show infected blood, right? So it can still remain at 4, right? So 4 is a valid answer. Both 4 and 8 are valid answer. Option 3 is your correct choice. So this is a pretty straightforward question. It's perhaps one of the easiest questions in slot 3, which was a pretty tricky slot. But in order to solve this, you need to be very clear about how the blood is getting infected, how the blood is getting distributed, and how to identify the patient. The first 3 questions are pretty straightforward, right? It will take you about 1.5 minutes max. Third one will be a trial and error, will take you a little longer. The other 2 will take only about 1.5 minutes. The last question might take you upwards of 2.5-3 minutes as such, and initially about 3 to 4 minutes to figure out what the data is going on. Under 10 minutes in an exam situation, a must do set. That finishes this session on CAT 2020 LRDI solution. Do let us know how you found these particular set of solutions. In case you want to look at more such solutions, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also follow us on various social media groups. The links are available in the description of this video. Till we meet again the next time, goodbye and all the best.